Do you ever think about what it takes to become a good leader? I've recently been thinking about how I can become a better leader, and I've been setting up a plan to help me become the best leader that I can be. I read an article to start off called How Successful Leaders Think, and it had a lot of helpful tips. One thing that I took from the article was the idea of a disposable mind. This means that you can take more than one idea and find a creative way to combine them into an idea that has parts of both without the alternative cost. This alone does not make you a great leader, but this can help with other things, such as the 4 stages of decision making. The 4 stages of decision making is another thing that I took from this article. The first one out of the 4 is determining salience. This means that you have to figure out the factors that will come into play in your decision. Using the disposable mind, you can have many more options and discard the ones that will not work. The second stage is analyzing casualty, which is comparing the ideas from stage 1 and seeing how they can compare to each other. The disposable mind in this step helps connect the ideas in creative ways rather than just the simplistic way. The third stage is envisioning the decision architecture. This is the actual decision-making part where you can pick the best solution and connect as many good ideas as possible. The final stage is achieving resolution. This stage is implying the disposable mind the most because it is tweaking the idea to try to eliminate as many alternative costs as possible. Now that I had a few tools that I could use to become a great leader, I wanted to do a little bit more research, so I read an article called Making Yourself Indispensable. This article helped me realize that you don't have to be good at everything, but you have to be great at a few things to stand out. I thought about my strengths and my weaknesses. My plan for the future is to work on my strengths so that they can become great and I can utilize them in the workforce. By improving my communication skills and my problem-solving skills, I will become a better leader and I will have a few great tools to utilize. After I found out how to improve myself, I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't be running into any barriers that would stop me from improvement. So I read an article called Stop Holding Yourself Back. The 5 common barriers that people run into, according to the article, are overemphasizing personal goals, protecting your public image, turning competitors into enemies, doing it alone, and waiting for permission. Overemphasizing your personal goals and protecting your public image are very similar. Overemphasizing your personal goals means that you can't think about yourself, and you have to think about the team goals first. Protecting your public image means you have to step outside of your personal image sometimes and think about the goals of the team. Competition can be good in a workplace, but if you turn your competitors into enemies, it can hurt the performance of both people, and it can take you both down. When being a leader, you need to have people that you can trust, friends, family, co-workers. That way, if you have a situation that you need help with, you have somebody you can talk to. Sometimes as a leader, you make tough decisions. Sometimes you can't get permission. Making great decisions in this tough circumstance can make you stand out as a great leader. Now I know what I need to become a great leader, and my plan in the future is to work on the ideas that I've read about in the 3 articles. At work, at home, and at school, I will try to use a disposable mind and fine-tune my problem-solving and communication skills so that they can become great. I also need to make sure that I don't hit any barriers along the way that will slow me down or stop me from becoming the great leader that I know I can be. I know I have the ability to become a great leader one day, and now that I have a plan and I know what it takes, the sky is the limit for me. Thank you for listening.